Does slow and steady win the race? Wanted to start with a story of a couple of weeks ago. A family were on holiday in Bali, and my son and I, who's 10, decided that we wanted to climb Mount Batur, which is a volcano in Bali. So we booked it. It was a 2 o'clock in the morning pickup. So obviously got up super early, pitch black. We got picked up, and it was about a 2-hour drive to the volcano. We get there, lots and lots of other people there, and then we meet our guide, who was a Balinese man, I would say late 60s, didn't really speak much. And we were asked whether we wanted to walk to halfway and then go up again, or did we want to have a lift to halfway. So it would have added an extra hour to our walk. But I asked my son, and he was like, no, I want to walk the whole thing. So that's what we decided to do. So excitedly off we went on this first half of the walk, which was about 2.5k. And my son and I are pretty fit, so we were just marching off. We had head torches, it was so dark, and sort of no light pollution because we were in Bali. So off we went, and we had to keep stopping for the guide to catch us up. And I felt like I was a little bit frustrated, and I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be a really long day or long walk if this guy is so slow. So we'd walk up, we'd keep walking, stop, because we didn't want to be rude and walk off. But I felt like if we'd walked with him, we were walking so slow. So, and I think just being excited, and we kept going. And it was a relatively challenging walk. Luckily it was on bitumen, and there was even a few people stopped taking a breather because it was still quite a hill to get halfway up this volcano. So we get to halfway and we have a little bit of a break, and then the real climbing started, and we're now climbing on volcanic ash and rock. So we didn't know where we were going at all. Before we could just follow a road, so it's quite easy to know where we're going. This time we had no idea, so we let the guide go in front. And this is, when I say climbing a mountain, this was climbing up rocks, like hands, and you want to use your hands, and wobbly rocks and really narrow path. It was a challenge, put it that way. So the guide goes in ahead of us and continues at the same speed in which he was going up the first half, which was a nice consistent pace. Could George and I keep up? No, because he'd done this every day of his life almost. He was saying he was a farmer, so he did the walks in the morning, and then he was a farmer because by the time he finished, it's only just the morning daylight. And he knew that you don't want to use up all your energy in the first 2.5k, because the next 2.5k is a slog. I couldn't tell you, out of breath, sweating, because it was quite still, yeah, the legs burning. I was just laughing to myself, thinking this guy just had a consistent pace the whole time, and there's us like running ahead and thinking that we're fitter than him, and thinking, oh, this old man. And he absolutely wiped the floor with us. And it was such a good way to understand about consistency, or slowly doing something slowly and consistently, and you do get to your goal. And we got to our goal, but at what cost? And I think that's always the story of the tortoise and the hare. Like they both complete their goals, but the tortoise has finished it with no injuries, with no stress, no anxiety, he wasn't out of breath, he just cruised along. Whereas the hare ran ahead, so was out of breath and used up some energy, and then had panic, and then all of those things that I think we all do. So absolutely take risks, and sometimes we need to run ahead for some things, but I think just consistency is the key to winning, and however long that takes. And it was a very humbling, brilliant experience for both George and I. And we were laughing at ourselves, thinking how silly we were, thinking that this guy was just slow, and we were, and he outdid us. So yeah, just something to take away about just being consistent in whatever it is, whether it's training, whether it's work, whether it's anything. Just be consistent and you will get to your goal. And yes, some people will rush ahead and they might get there, but at what cost? So that's my thought for today. Have a good one.